Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Over the past couple of months, I've talked about Bitcoin sell-off, and that in the short term, it looked like it was finding a bottom. And if you're a client of mine, we did do a little bit of buying through November as it approached these lows. Didn't quite get the low, but some of you have already bought and traded out of it and bought back in again. But if we take the high above 125,000 that was hit around the 7th of October, we can see Bitcoin has been in a downtrend with a touch there, then a big spill. And I would draw that line, I would actually draw it here because we'll capture more of the activity. We can see that the downtrend was intact. And then, of course, we get a breakout, and we've talked about this so many times in so many videos. When you get a breakout, you don't necessarily go straight back up. You return to the scene of the crime. Notice the price bouncing along the resistance line that was previously struggling to get through, and now it's starting to trend back up and having a nice day today. Now, if we clean the face there, we can see a couple of other issues. Now, there is a bit of it's almost a triple bottom, although it did spike below there. If you look on the daily chart, it looks a little bit more like a triple bottom with the candle spikes. If we just take the candle bodies, we could see positive divergence on the momentum indicator. So this would be, again, as the price is making the same low, finding a triple bottom, positive divergence, that's generally a buy signal. Now, what it would need to do is get above this sort of 94, 95 level there to complete a triple bottom or a double bottom if you want to look at it on the 12-hour chart. Now, I think this is potentially one of the last rallies, if not the last rally that we'll see in Bitcoin. And I think that it could, if we look at the chart, we go back this level around 105 to 107,000 seems key, maybe 108,000. We can see if we draw a line maybe around the 108,000 level, we can see a lot of activity here. This is a pretty key price level. It's a resistance there. Once it broke out, found support there, found support, broke through. Look at that, return to test. So I think this level is pretty key. So I think it's very possible that if we break this level, and you can see the distance there is about the same, we break this level, we come back up to test 105 to 110, this region here, and I would most likely be a strong seller at that point. I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin longer term, so around that level, 105, 110, I would be looking to reduce my clients' positions to almost 0%. Anyway, interesting chart. We'll see if it follows through. Thank you for listening.